Okay, anyway, here is where we are so far. None of these arms are attached yet. I've gone ahead and built my well, I built my base earlier, but it's ready. I've varnished and or stained and varnished the bottom part and the mid part here. And you can see the difference that it makes, when you put a figure on a nice base. Okay, I still have to paint this area down here, but that's going to come around later. What I thought we would work on today is the hand. Now, we've been having lots of problems with our internet here lately, and it's getting kind of frustrating working on this. It's taken a lot longer not longer to film it, but longer to get the thing uploaded. So I'm going to kind of start zipping through some of these things and concentrate just on the things that might help you out rather than the stuff that's just roughing things out, which I don't think you're that concerned with anyway. So okay, what we're going to do, like I said, is the hands. Now this hand here is going to be holding a lariat, all right? So I always say when you're looking at hands and things, think of planes, different planes. The hands have lots of planes. I'm drawing this thumb outline on there. That's the first thing I do is get that thumb localized. If you do that, you're not going to have that much trouble. Okay, right there. Now you can see that hand right now, rather than it's just a big old round ball of wood. You can actually see the hand now from this angle. Not so much from that angle, but as soon as you turn it around, it's starting to show up. Now I'm going to raise the thumb off of that piece of wood. To where it stands out, okay? Now I'm going to carve Okay, now getting back to planes. On your hand, you've got the back of your hand here. You've got a plane here, a plane here, and a plane up here. And notice how they curve. See there, the curve of the hand? I see a lot of hands following the way I do it, where they go straight across. That just doesn't look right. Make sure when you're doing it, you get that curve into it. All right? So let's work on that right now. Right now I'm carving the back plane. This part right here. It's curved too. And as I'm doing this, I'm using this thumb here as a brake for this blade. You can see what happens. I think these days a lariat or lasso, either one, is generally around 30 feet long. But I was reading some stuff about Charlie Russell, who's my favorite cowboy artist. And he says that some of the lariats the guys used were 60 feet long. That's a long lariat. There, see that hand is even starting to show up more now. Okay, now we've got this part done. Now we're going to carve this part here. So, just look at your hand. Here's your joint of your thumb. First the back joint, then the front joint here. So we can kind of, we've already done the back joint a little bit, but let's just make it just a little stronger. Be careful, I don't want to mess up my other details here. This is going to be a leather cuff on the arm, which they wore to prevent rope burns. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to do this one here. See how it just more and more looks like a hand as you go along? And in this case, remember, he's going to be holding a lariat, so you've got to keep enough material to the hand to allow you to cut this out here and for the lariat, the wraps of the lariat to go into his hand. So, we've got a nice relaxed curve to the top of his hand there. Now let's go down to the next level, this part right here. No, actually we've done that part. We're going to do this part, excuse me. Notice as it goes across it gets smaller. Looks good. If you can see the time of this. How much time?
8:40.
Looking better and better. Now you can make this one pretty angled. Okay, we got that one. Now let's do this very end part here. Draw this one. And this joint here is not as long as this joint here, usually. And we're not sure we don't mess with our thumb there. I'm going to cut that a little deeper. Give me lots of room for my thumb. Okay, this time I'm going to switch over here to the other side. what I want to do here, I want the end of that thumb to stick out just a little bit from the other fingers, because that always makes it look better. Come back here and kind of get the shape of this area right there as much as I can. Starting to look pretty good. Alrighty. And then we'll block out our fingers. And that is waist right there. Now this is a very relaxed hand. By that I mean it's relaxed. It's not gripping. Sort of like that right there. Sorta, not exactly, just sorta. So to make fingers, right there where the knuckle line is, right in front of that, I'd make a cut like that. On those three, just don't worry about that yet. No, he's not going to have 6 fingers. Fourteen minutes. I hope to get this done. Good. Probably won't. Let's see where the grain is going here. Now see that little bump right there? See it on my hand right there? Trying to get away with the curve that I like. Okay, let's switch around to the front here real quick.
16 minutes.
16 minutes. We're going to draw on the joints of the thumb. And you got this great big ball here. And then you've got the end of the fingers. Like that. So this whole area in here is going to have to come out. So I'm going to have to do that, and then we'll pick it up with the next video. Talk to you later.